Welcome again to Whiskey and Watches with Nick. Tonight we are continuing our exploration of wheated whiskeys with Bernheim Original. I'm reviewing this at the tail end of the bottle, as you can see. Bernheim is a Heaven Hill product. Not usually a super huge fan of Heaven Hill, but I wanted to try it because I read reviews saying that it was a pretty good wheated whiskey. And as you may recall, I was pretty disappointed with the Woodford Reserve wheated that I reviewed, probably a month ago now. Wasn't super thrilled with this, but bluff, it was a little bit better than the Woodford. Before we get too far into the whiskey, customary wrist check. My Orient Mako 2, one of my faves, not one of my fanciest, just one of my faves. Okay, so the whiskey, Heaven Hill, 90 proof, 7-year age statement, which is, I think, unique for a wheated whiskey. Don't know of any others that have any age statement, come to think of it. And about 33 maybe at my local liquor store. So slightly cheaper than the Woodford Reserve. Although I am all the way through the bottle, I have to say I didn't really like the bottle very much. I drank a lot of it, simply poured over ice because I kind of didn't give a shit. But I did want to review it before I finally kicked this into the dustbin of my whiskey history. And, you know, as a goodbye dram, it's not bad. Just like the Woodford Reserve wasn't bad. Heaven Hill and Woodford don't make bad whiskeys. They do apparently make occasionally boring ones, though, for the record. So let's just get into it. Copperish, medium copper color. A little bit of light cinnamon. Maybe a mild tropical fruit, maybe a pineapple-ish kind of scent. A little bit of honey, perhaps, on the nose. It's not a bad nose by any means. Again, Heaven Hill's not going to make a bad product. It's just lacking in complexity. The cinnamon's actually fairly pronounced on the palate. Not unpleasantly so, definitely there. Gain a little bit of that tropical-y fruit on the nose, translating through to what tonight I feel like calling pineapple on the palate. In previous tastings, I got it as like a sweet stone fruit. So if my palate's faulty, or if, you know, volatile compounds that are making the flavor are just a little bit variable. But tonight, definitely interpreting that as a tropical fruit, probably pineapple. Not sure that the honey is really coming through as much on the palate. Maybe almost a sweet pear sweetness kind of behind the pineapple, which in all fairness is actually kind of interesting. When the bottle was young, which was a while ago, as you can tell, I was getting some sort of astringent, sort of tannic notes, which I hate, and that may have put me off to the bottle. And I was getting that, like, even down below the shoulders, I was still getting that. Not getting it now. So interesting, maybe this whiskey just needs a month to open up. I'm actually enjoying it now on this final dram than I have at any point during the life of the bottle. There's a little astringency. Not taking over on the finish, but there if I'm looking for it. So I don't know. When I first got into whiskey a couple of years ago, it was with bourbon through some friends of mine, my wife's friends actually. They adopted me, or I should say at least have marginally accepted me, and I love you for it, Jeannie and Jamie, if you're watching. Got into bourbon through them and was interested early on in wheated bourbons. I don't know why. I guess just because I'm kind of contrarian sometimes. I'd also read that wheated bourbons tended to be a little sweeter, which intrigued me. And yeah, wanted to get into them and finally did this year and have been kind of underwhelmed by them. And can't say that I'm probably going to bother experimenting with wheated whiskeys. I've been saying bourbons, excuse me, wheated whiskeys any further here. I think I will probably just return for the remainder of the summer to actual bourbon and possibly to an Irish single malt here or there and call it good. So as always, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and to your health. Be happy, be well, drink whiskey, love watches. See you next time.